played by the same rules as every other country and gave it everything we've got without regard to civilians, we would have taken over the entire world by now. All right? We don't want to do that. But just to make sure, you realize we could. On the other end of the spectrum, you got that soldier that was dismissed from the special forces because they had a nervous breakdown after seeing an Iraqi cut in half by gunfire. Now, I feel for the guy, but there are no nervous breakdowns in special forces, okay? Come on. What if he gets captured by the enemy? I don't know. He will only give his name, rank, and his Paxil dosage. He says the Americans are planning some kind of anxiety attack. I don't know what. All right, let's start the show. Let the wild rumpus start. Jessica Lynch is everywhere this week. A TV movie, a tell-all book, a revealing interview with Diane Sawyer where she accused the Pentagon of using her for propaganda in the war with Iraq. Take a look.
Does it bother you? It does that they used me as a way to symbolize all this stuff.
Well, Liz, is she a prawn in Bush's game?
Is she a prawn?
A prawn?
Well, technically she is a large shrimp. So, yeah. But, of course she is. I mean, what's better propaganda for the war? A hot POW that looks like Britney Spears or flag-covered body bags? Give me a break. Hey, I think I'll go with the hot chick to promote the war.
But do you also think it's a sign of political correctness? I mean, when I saw it, I was like, even the, right-wing Bush administration is being politically correct by having a woman instead of, somebody...
No. Hot woman, hot woman. It's not political correctness.
Hot woman, but it's still...
I see what you're saying. You use hot chicks to sell soap, to sell tires. Why not to sell your war?
Well, that's a possibility. Mr. Clay, do you have any feelings on this whole thing? I mean, what about the Larry Flint pictures, speaking of hot women?
No, they're good. They're really good.
I didn't get the chance to see them yet.
No, because I'm a traditional guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know how I like it down there.
Old school.
Yeah, old school, like rope. You know what I mean?
And people hanging from rope.
Oh, she's not that hot, Jessica Lynch. I mean, she's okay.
Neither are you.
Well, I didn't say I was, but I don't have a TV movie either, okay?
She's hotter than most POWs. It's like
She's hotter for a girl.
Yeah.
She's hotter for a girl. She's hotter for a girl than you were as a guy at that age. That's all I'm saying.
No, please.
These pictures with Larry Flint, it's like POW's gone wild. You know, it's like crazy with the thing. And first of all, why didn't he said he's not publishing the pictures.
Right.
So you have the most famous POW naked. Something funky's going on if she's not publishing them.
All of a sudden, Larry Flint has morals.
Well, he said because he said she's a pawn for the Bush administration to him. So Larry Flint's on your team. Now, what do you think about
Which one was she again?
She was the blonde one.
Oh, no,
She's
the
the nun
army girl?
that died.
The army girl.
Oh, all right.
No,
I'm just saying,
Well, yeah, it's important to clarify.
No, because that was the other girl you were talking about.
Paris Hilton?
Yeah.
Well, I can talk about her.
No, I'm not talking about that. I thought you were talking about her.
Who are you talking about?
Her?
No, I wasn't sure who
What
Larry
famous
bought.
POW would we be talking about?
But you said, I thought you said I'm all right, Spider.
No. I said, no, you thought I said something about that.
You also want a drink, I hear.
No, what I said was
all right,
I wasn't sure what girl he was talking about.
Yeah.
Jessica
I'm still not.
Yeah, now I get
I'm
it.
not sure now than I was when we started.
That he's not showing the pictures.
It is
Yeah.
nice.
Well,
You know what I mean?
She's Jessica Lynch.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's
does
girl that fell
everything
in.
have to be printed? Does everything have to be talked about? Well, it's disgusting.
she's
I know you
from,
believe
she's from West
discretion.
Virginia. She's
Yes.
from West Virginia. I want to know who took the pictures. Her brother?
Hey, wait a minute. Now, speaking of everything, speaking of the media...
But you know what, Colin? Her story is messed up, too. You know, talk about propaganda. She doesn't know if she got sodomized or not.
Right.
How do you
I do
not know that?
if you got sodomized or not. I mean, I sat on my keys once. My mother sends me a get well card once a year because of that.
Yeah, you know, let's say you're in a really deep sleep.
Well, that's what happened. She was knocked out.
Yeah, she was passed out, and what else are you supposed to do with a passed out?
Now,
girl?
wait a minute, fella.
Right?
All right, let's go on today.
Try leaving and never coming
There's your
back.
future.
Unsung hero Patrick Miller was with Jessica Lynch when she got ambushed. Here's the clip of him from 60 Minutes.
I just shot and he fell over. I did that probably 7 times total. So effectively, you put that border pit out of action. Yes.
Now, let me ask you this. This guy's the unsung hero. Now, people say, well, they went for the Jessica Lynch angle. But let's be honest, Liz. Between me and you and the lamppost, the left, not to say you're a member of them, if they had made this guy the hero, the anti-war movement, if they had made this guy the hero, I would have had to hear, I can't believe we're glorifying a killer. We're as bad as the terrorists ourselves. How can this guy be a hero?
Oh, Colin, you know what? Boring, boring, boring. Don't bore me with that bull.
What?
Boring, boring. No, he's not hot. I don't want to see that guy in a
It's not that simple. That's oversimplifying it. That's oversimplifying it,
The
Liz.
media oversimplifies everything. You think the media is complex? You think Bill O'Reilly's complex? No,
Why do you say
everything
Bill
is black
O'Reilly?
and
When
white.
you say CNN's complex, Tim Robbins, is he complex to you?
Yes, he is complex.
Please. I see him on TV all the Now, I know, you think you think there's right and wrong and black and white in the world. I appreciate that.
I
But
think
Liz,
there's gray,
there's
too.
not. There's gray. Only gray.
Listen, I got nothing to say.
Get along, that's
There's
all I
gray.
can say.
What's the matter, fella?
Just the way you two get along is beautiful.
Speaking of CNN, I know, I can't believe this. Well, wait a minute. CNN, would you like to, you had a little static this morning, didn't you?
Yeah, but that was...
Boss, don't ever try to usurp Dice. You were on, that show was on for 6 weeks. Go ahead.
All right. First of all, I've known the legend for many years, and I saw that today. It was brutal.
Really?
It was brutal.
Yeah, it was like, you know, I came on and the guy like sort of set me up. You know, it's nothing I've been down that road before, and just tried to ambush me, and I got mad at him.
First of all, it was unbelievable. The guy was antagonizing, you know, the legend, and here's the thing. You don't do that, okay? I mean, I could see if the guy went after maybe someone like you or her like that, you'd probably fold under pressure, but not Dice, okay? He knows how to handle himself.
What are you laughing at?
Well, no, the only thing I'm saying is that it's not like you're a choir boy that's not antagonistic yourself. I mean...
Look at me.
Oh,
Look at me.
I'm looking right at you.
Don't do that.
I'm not
If you want to talk to me and come on to me a little, don't do it through him.
don't do it.
You know what I mean?
No.
Please.
I would rather be
No,
with
you
Jessica
wouldn't.
Lynch's
No, you wouldn't.
assailant.
Look,
No, the only point...
you go drink from the goblet of
you got the
commercials.
lipstick. Come on.
I'll sip from the chalice and despair with these
You know
people.
what? I'm not...
We're the happy Okay. You know what? NBC is blaming Nielsen research for the disappearance of young male viewers during prime time. They're saying that Hispanics, that they've given a lot of Hispanic young guys the ratings Nielsen boxes and they're not using them. And I say, as long as NBC doesn't look at the quality of their programming and just keeps researching, focus grouping, and ratings watching, they'll keep the creative process where it belongs in the hands of accountants and ad sales guys. Now the question is NBC blaming Hispanics for their failed season, Rich?
Well, first of all, how are you going to get accurate ratings from Hispanics when like 90 of them live in one apartment, okay? And half of them steal their cable anyhow. So, you know, you can't get an accurate thing. And you know what? TV, they're not going to watch what's on TV. They don't care about a bunch of friends or a gay guy that listens. You know, you know what I'm saying, a knife fight, whatever. That's what they want to see. See that garbage on there. They want to see Dice and Liz fight.
Yeah, you ever watch that Puerto Rican channel?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? All the chicks, they just parade around in the outfit.
They are, you know.
Outfit.
It would be
You know
hard
what I
to
mean?
turn that off.
Doesn't that transcend race, though?
Please, not now. And there's that one show.
Yeah.
No, I let you talk at the beginning of the show, ladies first. You know, I'm a
Very
good guy
nice,
that
because
way.
you're very thrilling so far.
What's that?
Go.
No, you would even work. Like if they darkened and did up your hair a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you come walking out with the outfit on and you dust off and here comes the guy, hey, la puerta. You know, donde? I'm over here. You know what I'm saying, honey? We could have a couple laughs, me and you.
Now-
I tell you that right now. I'm traditional that way.
She can open
You know
tomorrow at
what
the
I mean?
Beacon. Why don't you have her open at the Beacon for you tomorrow night?
We'll have a, are you a
Like
comic?
I said,
She's a
I'd
comic.
rather
Are you a comic?
open for Jessica Lynch.
I don't know. I thought she was
No, she's a comic. She's a very funny comic.
Yeah, she's...
All right, look.
A politicus?
Yeah, something like that.
A high school honor student, Saswat Singh, is vigorously defending himself for making a rap CD that allegedly contains lyrics that threaten the principal. Now, I remember when the Indian kids were the ones you could rely on to be good in school. This is ridiculous. But it brings up a good point. Andrew, you should know about this. Is it ever acceptable to limit kids' creative expression?
Is the camera getting me?
It's got you, baby. It's
No,
got
you gotta, you shouldn't write about hurting people. You know what I mean? When you talk about chicks, let's say. You know what I mean?
Just
let's say we went out and I wrote a rap song. Like I took her out, gotta lick it up, you know, got her on the countertop and hey, gabagoo type of thing. That's like, no, but that would be like a song about romance or something, you know what I mean? You know, you don't write about, what?
Well, it doesn't rhyme.
No, it doesn't have to rhyme. It's rap.
First of all,
Jim, now you were a beaten... Jim, you were a beaten child in high school, weren't you?
Yeah, because I went to all Catholic schools, so I used to get...
I know you used to beat you.
Yeah, the nuns used to smack me. I used to get beat with a paddle and everything else. And look how I turned out fine.
Yeah.
Well, do you think it helped, though, in the long run? Because don't you think
because I would come home and I tell my parents, I go, you know, I just got my ass kicked in school. And they're like, good.
And they went back to drinking.
What? I'm sorry?
And then they could just go back to drinking.
No, but in a way, there's got to be that. What?
No,
how
it
do
did
you hold
definitely
back
help.
a kid that is, you know, is creating? He's not, you know, he's singing. He's not doing anything. He's not stealing. He's not breaking in. You know, they compare that
How
to...
do you know what he's doing?
I'm just going to...
You know what he's doing with anything.
I do research, okay? I'm a big... Listen to me, all right? I'm a regular. Now, listen to me. Here's the thing, all right?
You didn't see his washboard stomach yesterday. He's very
Go
cocky.
ahead, do it.
Here's the thing. They were comparing that to, like, bringing guns to school.
Right.
Or, you know, I mean, how many times have you had a gun held to your head and you're going, oh, I hope he doesn't start singing. You know what I'm saying?
5 students at Harvey Milk High School, which is the first gay high school, had an elaborate scandal where they posed as female prostitutes who picked up customers, then said they were undercover cops and forced the victim to give them cash in exchange. Now, it's pretty enterprising.
I gotta get past the first part.
It's a pretty damn good idea, though. You know what I mean?
In high school?
Well, you know, they have this plan to make money. Like when we were growing up, it'd be like, oh, let's rob the drug dealer house when he's on vacation.
I'm outraged. I'm outraged.
Why are you outraged, Jim?
And I want my money back.
Liz, what do you think about this kind of...
Yeah, I think the
Stuff
gay
and nonsense.
gangs are just a big problem.
Well, but I mean...
There's 5 gay guys on TV with the #1 show on cable right now redecorating. It's not a big problem. It's like, I'm terrified. Running down the streets and just...
Just that there's a friggin' high school. It's forget about that. You know what I mean? French is Fran, you know what I mean? Charlie Cindy, what is that? They're putting money into this now?
Yes.
Just
There's a
put
gay
them
high
on the
school.
beach with a fence around them and feed them. That's what I think.
Did you go to any...
I went to a lot of schools.
I'm sure.
I know chicks in all the different schools. I can't limit myself to one. You know what I mean? But think about it. Gay high school. Pop, aren't you proud? Of what?
All right. Diamonds are nice, but commercials are
Me
forever.
and Frank.
Watch these jewels, and we'll be right back.
On a new...
You know, folks, by the way, you can see Dice at the Beacon tomorrow night, and I believe Jim will be with him, and I think Liz, probably, at this point. I think they've formed a team. Boss will be, where will he be? He'll be at Stevedores, and, no. I bombed, don't worry, boss. You know, political correctness first reared its head in the late 80s, early 90s, and the first person who was targeted was this next man, but that's all water under the bridge. And time makes us all more philosophical and reflective. He's here. He'd like to share some of his thoughts. At the Beacon Theater tomorrow, like I said, Andrew Dice Clay.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary. Now, this one was interesting. I used to say, shave, it's too damn hairy. But it seems almost quaint in a time when the Brazilian bikini wax is the lead press on nails of today. It also has an eerie overtone of pedophilia. So Mary, Mary, quite contrary, don't hold yourself to that impossible beauty standard. And Jack and Jill and little Jack Horner, Mother Hubbard, Peter, Pumpkin Eater, I talk about you every night in the act. I feel like you've taught me about myself. I also feel like I kept your names out there when all the marketing corporations were trying to sell kids on Pokemon and Harry Potter. You sit in the theater for 3 hours. If I offended you, Mother Hubbard, I'm sorry, but you do live in a shoe. At some point, Miss Hubbard, you've got to accept some of the responsibility for your kids growing up in a dirty, cheap old shoe. I assume we are not talking about Jimmy Choo. People, look at me. People get the wrong idea about me. Like this morning, for instance, on CNN, I had an argument with this jerk-off, right? Now, in the old days, I would simplify things by maybe telling this guy, like, to suck my dick. Now, as a mature individual over the years, I realized that would be a temporary solution to a continuing problem. Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? His mouth would always be full. I'm not going to change someone's ideology by having them suck my dick. So in conclusion, to all the people that have a problem with me, I sincerely wish you the best. And I hope you will manage to hide your own hypocrisy, and maybe someday we can meet, and then if you want to suck my dick, beautiful. If you want to just talk about censorship and hate speeches and just my balls or something, I mean, I'm open. You know what I'm trying to say. Thanks for your time.
Well, like we said before, NBC is losing young male viewers every day, and they can't figure out why. Who did they give a show to and then take it away because they said the audience was too young and too male last year? If you were a TV programmer, how would you lure back? That's how popular my show was. The only one that got that was me. Everyone's like, huh? You? I really am finished, and I always have been. All right, but if the question is not that, it's if you were a TV programmer, how would you lure back male viewers age 18 to 34? Jim?
I would develop shows that young males can relate to. Shows like Two Girls, a Guy, and some ecstasy. Or how about Malcolm in the middle of masturbating and his mother walks in? And last but not least, 8 simple ways to sleep with my teenage daughter now that daddy's not around anymore.
That is really unbelievable. Come and knock on our door, indeed, Jim. All right, Liz.
Well, I think the best way is that they need to team up with some, like, furniture people and people to just keep people in front of the TV. They should just, NBC should get together and invent some kind of couch that you can just, like, take a dump in while you're sitting there so you never have to get up from the TV, and then figure out a way to have food shoot out at the viewer. And the second they get that technology down, they should launch their first show, NASCAR Job.
Yeah? Hey, who's going to turn that off? All right, Rich.
You know, considering I was on the #1 rated network TV show for males 18 to 25, I think I have a formula. Put together a 500-pound white guy who wants to be black, an overbearing Jewish broad, a hillbilly with a criminal record, and a naive Vietnamese boat act. And of course, you have me to carry the show.
All right. You know it. All right, Andrew.
How are they going to be so dirty?
I don't know. Andrew Dice Clay.
Well, you know, I don't know. I'm not a studio executive. Do I look like I run NBC? I'll tell you what, you want 18 to 34-year-olds, other than finding the next fat girl to put behind the desk? Come here. Come here, hurry up. I'll show you what you put on for 18 to 34-year-olds.
Oh.
You give me this little sexy animal.
How be
and I
careful.
go, and all the guys in the country will tune in.
That's right.
That's what I think.
All right, that's our show.
You know what I mean?
18 to 34-year-olds, we're here. Good night. Thank you.